Come in.
Hi, Lonnie.
Hello, how are you?
Great to see you again. How are you?
Good.
I'm Jawwad with TEKsystem. We've
Right.
met before
Yes.
at the University of Southern Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
We met at that tailgate party. So
Yeah,
how
it
was the
was-
rest of that conference?
It was great, there was like a night, evening type of event, and it went really well.
Yeah, they had that casino night. That was
Yeah.
so fun. Yeah,
That
I
was
really
great.
enjoyed it.
That
But
was
before
great.
I forget, I do want to give you my business card.
Okay.
So if you've got any questions or concerns after our meeting today, feel free to reach out to me.
Okay, will do.
Great.
Thank you.
Perfect. So before I get started, Lonnie, I do just want to give you a little agenda for today.
Sure.
My goal is to find out a little bit about your needs, where currently Lowe's is within their hiring process, and, really understand the process that you guys use and how we can help you with that.
Okay.
And then I want to go over into, a little bit about TEKsystems, our hiring process, our experience, and see if it's a good fit for us to work together. And if so, what would be the natural next step?
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay.
Good.
And what is the natural next step after today's meeting?
The natural next step would be for me to go to upper management and kind of give the ideas or just the feedback of what I got from the different companies I've interviewed or got a chance to sit down and talk with. And they are pretty much the overall decision of who exactly we extend our offer to. So I'm pretty much like the messenger a little bit. I kind of go to them, but they really do value my opinion in the matter.
Okay, great. So tell me a little bit about, the IT position with Lowe's. What are the different positions that you guys offer, and how many employees do you currently have?
Okay. There are various, many IT positions from inside and outside external and things of that sort. So nationwide, it's about 2,500 total employees that are continuously working in IT, and some that are a little bit closer to other departments who are translating that information from IT to other departments. So about 2,500 nationwide.
Okay,
Yes.
great. And, what is the current system that you guys use to hire your IT employees?
The current system that we use is called 2020.
Okay.
It's really a system that we were handed down to or referred to before from one of our sister companies, and it's a nice system, but we are looking for something a little bit different.
Okay. And what is it that you like about 2020?
I like that I know people have used it before.
Okay.
That really helps with knowing that, okay, well, at least it gets the job done. And I also like, the basics of it. It's pretty basic, and it has a good foundation to it.
Okay. And what would you like to see improved if you were to, get a new system?
I actually have a few improvements that I would
okay.
like. Yeah. One thing that is really getting to us is the fact that the system is not as selective as we would like. There's a lot of times where we'll just get resumes of employees or potential employees, and it really doesn't give us enough information to go off of whether we should hire that person. It really doesn't give us much quality of that person.
Okay.
And then sometimes we end up hiring people who really wasn't cut out for that job, and they end up within the first few months quitting or resigning and going to another position somewhere else. So we really want some more details, something that's more quality based, and then just something that's a little bit more specific, because it just creates a burden for us to have to keep going back out and trying to find more employees.
So you mentioned three things, better selection, not having to hire people that don't necessarily fit into the job.
Correct.
And then having detail.
Yes.
So in regards to selection, you mentioned that you just get resumes right now.
Yes, that's all we get.
How does that impact you? And how does that impact your decision-making process?
Honestly, it puts more work on me, because even more documentation is now on my desk, and I have to read through the resumes even more. And so that's more work for me, trying to figure out who is who and what is what. and it really just doesn't give me the service that I need. So the system is very basic. Like I said, it gives you the basic foundation, but it really doesn't go into depth about this employee, why should this employee be hired, and things of that sort.
Okay, and what type of work is this adding to your schedule?
Oh, I have, as of going through resumes, it takes at least 5 hours a day to really, if I just really looked at resumes every day, it would be a good 5 hours a day, just because it's so many people are in computer science or just graduating,
And then you have
or
to
in
look
the
for
IT.
them online.
Yeah, exactly. So it really just creates a burden. So
Okay, so it's burning and it seems to be taking a lot of your time.
exactly.
And then you also mentioned, having that you've hired a couple of people that didn't necessarily fit the job.
Right, correct.
Can you tell me what's happening there?
Well, some people, they have a foundation of IT, but with Lowe's, it's very extensive because of our growth this past year. So with our expansion into this region as well as the Midwest region, we've needed a lot more IT specialists. And I guess they weren't familiar with the qualifications when I put on there that it would be extensive work and you would be working with other departments. And so they just really didn't like the position. And even though they had the degree that kind of fit with the position, there were no other outside qualities that really qualified them for the position. So they just weren't ready for the extensive work that Lowe's has to offer.
And, having to hire someone and spending all that time training them.
Exactly.
And then them leaving, how does that impact, how does that impact you?
It impacts me and the company so much because not only are we putting in money for the training for them to have, it's a lot of time, as well as a lot of time from other things that we could be doing, because we want to make sure we give them quality training. So they learn these things, but they, end up leaving within months later. So it's very tiresome.
And the last thing you mentioned was detail. So you mentioned right now you're just getting resumes. What additional detail would you like to see?
For different candidates, I would love to see their prior work experience,
Okay.
To see if they've ever